Yes, people, wife boy, and today we are talking about whether Arsenal's young French centre-back William Saliba will re-sign with the Gunners and commit his future long-term. This comes off the back of the news that Arsenal did extend by a year. We activate the clause in his contract, so we now have him tied down until 2024 rather than June 2023. I didn't even know this contract existed, and we literally signed it a day before its expiration date on the 31st of December 2022. So it was good news the club did that. So if we do have to get rid of Saliba, we can charge a higher fee, and we've basically got his services for a longer time. But will he actually re-sign? We know that there's three potential players that need to re-sign with Arsenal: Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and William Saliba, arguably our three most exciting prospects, and we've all got them on contract renewal, basically talks. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on whether you believe William Saliba will re-sign. In terms of the three players, I've spoken at length about Gabriel Martinelli and how we need to tie him down, and I think we will do. He's expressed his love for the club. He's literally said, just give me a pen and I'll sign. Obviously, that's a bit tongue-in-cheek because he's going to look for a fee, especially his agents as well, going to look to him and say, look, you can charge a high amount of wages. Make sure you don't just sign anything. And same with Bukayo Saka. I think them two will get tied down. But William Saliba is a strange one because I don't know if it's just me, but I have a funny feeling this brother could leave Arsenal. It's just the way his Arsenal career's gone. He's only really solidified his starting position this season. He's been treated poorly in previous seasons, let's be honest. Not solely down to Arteta. Unai Emery as well. We loaned him out here, loaned him out there. Saint Etienne, Marseille. It was only this season, I believe his third or fourth season, actually at the club, where he's managed to play games for Arsenal Football Club. And what a centre-back he's looked like as well. So we know clubs are going to be floating around for his signature. They're saying Saliba, there's a bit of unrest. Arsenal haven't managed to fully tie him down yet. Could we prize this young Frenchman to come to us with high wages? Real Madrid, I can see them come knocking for him. Remember when we first signed William Saliba? He was compared to a young Rafael Varane. Who did Real Madrid have for years until they sold him to Manchester United? Rafael Varane. PSG as well. Literally the pinnacle of French football clubs, the upper echelons of them. They know they've got Sergio Ramos, who's aging. They want to partner a player with Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and William Saliba will be an excellent player, knows the language, knows the culture. So I can already see these top clubs circling around for this man. So it's pivotal Arsenal do sign him down. Why wouldn't he sign for Arsenal, right? He's playing in the Premier League, the best league in the world, top of the table right now, Arsenal, a growing team. Well, it just goes back to the way we've treated him in previous seasons, right? He didn't really feel loved before. Now, Arteta says he's come out and said that William Saliba, he does feel loved, he feels happy at the club, and I hope he does feel that way. But he's a young player, he's going to have agents in his ear, he's going to have family in his ear, and they might just tell him stuff like, look, this is how, you've only had one season at Arsenal, look how they've treated you before. If you go and take a step up in your career and go to the Real Madrid PSGs, you could become a top player. Don't re-sign with Arsenal. Like that kind of talk can affect a young player, right? Because these young players, they always get affected by family, man. Like, look at Houssem Aouar, for example. He was on the brink of joining Arsenal until his brother intervened and said, look, I want a fee as well. And then Arsenal pulled out and said, nah, man, like, what are you doing? We're about to finalise this deal. Now you're trying to get involved. It's always, family just can have a certain issue sometimes when they intervene too much on the player's footballing career, and we don't know the type of people in William Saliba's corner, his agent, his family. We don't know what they're going to be whispering to him. I hope it's only positive things, and I hope they look at him and say, look, you're a starter now for Arsenal Football Club, and you can grow to be one of the best centre-backs in this Premier League and for this football club if you stay here. Don't try and move too early to the Real Madrids, the PSGs, for example, and not necessarily start for them and just end up back to being a bench player type vibe again, or not necessarily a starter. Then it comes to the other side of the coin that said, by Arsenal extending his contract till 2024, if he does want to leave Arsenal, we can charge a higher fee. What type of money are we talking for William Saliba? Because for me, this man is a standout centre-back in the Premier League. Arguably, he's been in the team of the season so far. We can get at least 70, 80 million for this man, especially at his young age. He warrants that type of fee. We're looking at numbers thrown around this transfer market and just in general in recent years. Anthony, 85 million, for example. Van Dijk, obviously, a few seasons back, went for a good 75 million. The way inflation is going, we can expect a similar type of fee for William Saliba, and he warrants that. So Arsenal extending his contract till 2024 means that if the player does want to leave, we've got more bargaining chips rather than it ending at the end of this season and him walking away for free. With that being said, though, I believe that Arsenal re-signing Saliba, Gabriel Martinelli, and Bukayo Saka has to be top of our wish list this season. Those three are our most important assets. If we do not re-sign all three of these players, it just takes a step back in the process, given that we've spent our whole time galvanising the youth and building around these young players. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on whether you believe William Saliba will re-sign for Arsenal. I have no doubts over Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. I just worry about the young Frenchman. I've been Wife and I hope to see you all in my next video.